Welcome you, fantastic viewer of comic books and comic book related media. I am Noah Mitchell from Zenescope Entertainment, and it is a pleasure to be joining you on this wonderful Tuesday evening. We got some exciting stuff coming up for you in just a little bit. This is, of course, our fantastic monthly retailer live stream. As those of you at home know, local comic book stores, brick and mortar shops, these are the lifeblood of the comic book industry. Zenescope would not be where it is, and the comic book industry on the whole would not be where it is without the support of local comic book shops and local readers like yourselves. So we started these retailer live streams as a way to give back to the comic community, help show support ourselves for these brick and mortar stores, and it's been doing terrifically. I would like to think so. I hope you think so as well. But we are going to be doing a sales segment in just a little bit, where half of the proceeds, oh, thank you, Antonio. And Antonio, shout out to you and all of the other fantastic VIPs who came and saw us at the AwesomeCon event this past weekend. It was great to see everybody. I know Jason's probably got his eagle ring on, if not nearby. That was a kind present from Antonio. But shout out to all the VIPs. If you have a local comic book store that you would like to recommend for retailer live stream, you can email us at info@zenescope.com and we will look into it. But please welcome to the stage, Mike, if you're ready. All right, got a thumbs up from Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Mike Miller. Mike, how you doing?
Hi there. How's everybody doing?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. It looks like you're doing fantastic as well.
Yeah, a little nerves, but that's all right. I'll get over it.
I'll make a goofball out of myself for both of us. So you got nothing to worry about. But I am seeing right off of the bat some Zenescope merchandise. Yeah.
Oh, you'll see plenty of it.
Oh, I'm excited. Now, did you put that out specifically for us? Or is that just, its normal home?
It's normal home. I actually didn't think about where I was sitting, but it's scattered everywhere, so it's hard to go anywhere in the store and not see something Zenescope.
Nice. That's what I like to hear. See, you're not even thinking, and you're already set up for success.
Well, I was a Zenescope fan a long time before I opened the store, so it's bound to bleed over.
Nice. I'm glad to hear. So tell us a little bit about your store. When did you get started?
Just last October. It's relatively new. It's my, let's say, second career. I left IT and started up a store here at the tail end of the COVID thing. So it was a little shaky to start with, but it's been going great now, and a lot of really loyal fans here in the the Saratoga Springs area and the towns around here. So it's been really great, and I couldn't do it without the local community really stepping up.
That's great to hear. So did you say you were pre-quarantine or post-quarantine?
No, well, sort of towards the end. So it's just last October. So things were starting to open up. We still had a mask mandate when I first opened, but that's been relaxed, and we still have to sort of keep an eye on things. But for the most part, the store's been fully open and having a good crowd in here, especially Wednesdays, of course, when new comics come out. But it's all week. They're coming out. There aren't that many that want me to ship out comics or anything. So a lot of business in the store.
Nice, very cool. Now, did you, if you don't mind me asking, what made the transition from IT to comic books? Because it's surprising that, if I'm not mistaken, I think Dave Franchini, our writer and editor, might have started in IT as well. So it seems like there's some common ground there.
Yeah, IT's got a couple of geeks in it, so it's sort of natural that we'd be into comic books and all that pop culture stuff. So yeah, I had been working in with the same company since I got out of school, so 23, 24 years, something like that. And it was just time for a change. I needed to do something else. And when my family heard that I was, making a change, the first thought was, going to find another IT job, and that just it wasn't something I was excited about. So they urged me to seriously consider opening up a shop because they knew I loved comics and all things comic related. So so I started. I had gotten an MBA while I worked, so I started using some of that MBA stuff to put together the pieces, not a formal business plan, but the pieces and budget and all that sort of thing. And also it helped that I knew the community could support a comic book shop. We had one in Saratoga Springs for a long time until, unfortunately, the owner passed away, and the shop sort of folded not too long after that. So I knew the community was there. They were itching for some place to come physically instead of ordering books off the web. So so that really helped out in terms of the planning. Then it was just about finding the right spots and setting up all the accounts, all the bookkeeping stuff that you have to do.
Right. Well, it sounds like I don't know if you saw, Norton was kind enough to post a comment there. Seems like a regular attendant at the store.
Absolutely.
That's super cool. So you were saying, thank you to the community support and everything. So right there is a perfect illustration.
Yeah. And I've met up with a couple of other people that were in the area, but I met them on some of the live streams that Zenescope posted. So when I opened up the store, Jason gave me a couple of shout outs and things, and I had some people offline say, "Hey, are you really in the Saratoga region? I'm going to come into your store." And so it's been great.
That's fantastic. Yeah, we've met a lot of folks at these conventions recently who are like, yeah, I read Zenescope or I like Zenescope, but my local shop doesn't carry. So the fact that you that you're kind of like Zenescope indoctrinated, I don't even know if I'm using it right, but Zenescope first, comic shop following. That's kind of cool that you can provide that service for folks like that.
Yeah, I was a VIP for gosh, I don't know how many years. And for instance, those statues and things over my shoulder, I picked up a full set long before I opened the store, but then I started picking up when you guys would have a sale online or something. I'd pick up a few more once I knew I was opening a store, so I'd have a nice backlog or stock of Zenescope stuff. And the VIP, I started picking up more comics and things that way. And since I opened up the store, Jason's been helping me out a lot, hooking me up with, the right stuff and getting new comics on the shelves and things. So, it's been a great experience working with you guys.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And shout out to Jason, the man himself. So that's very cool. Now, I know I don't want to go too over time. We were just talking about your store a little bit. Would we be able to do like a brief little tour, do you think?
Absolutely. I want to show you. It's not a very big store, so it won't take too long, but I will point out a few key Zenescope stops along the way.
Awesome. And I love the shirt, by the way. Man, Goat, Bunny Man. I just saw that.
Did everybody catch that? Yeah,
nice little Easter egg.
Yeah. Oh, what could I wear for this except this T-shirt? I mean, come on. Mm-hmm. So let's see if I figure out how to swap here. Facing back. There we go.
There we go. Ooh, a couch.
Okay, yeah. So this is right at the front doorway here. One of the first things a lot of the store layout is a sort of a whole family affair. I get a lot of feedback from my family and a lot of help. So I have a couch because I remember taking my wife into comic book stores, and she's not a comic book person. So she was always looking for, is there a chair here I can sit down? So that was one of the first things I made sure I have. But also, my wife was a big influencer here in the children's corner here. I've got coloring books and and crayons and things, and you'll see scattered about the store pictures that the kids have colored for me, and I've put up on the wall. And I have this whole all ages section with a lot of stuff for let's say kids of all ages, because I made the mistake of calling it a kids section one time and had a full grown customer wanting to know where the some of the comics were.
That's
They're over
great.
here in the kids section, yeah.
Yeah.
And then on the countertop here, we've got new comics for the week that are what I judge to be important, or need to be featured, and also some other features that get rotated through new trades and things like that. So that's what and then the countertop where I was just sitting just moments ago. Over here is where all the new features are. I won't bore you with all the details, but basically the left hand, it's left on my screen. Hopefully it's left on yours. But on this side, that's the DC room, which isn't all DC. It's also got some independence. I had actually planned these two little rooms to be DC and Marvel, but it turned out that I bought way too many independent books to leave them just DC and Marvel. So the two big publishers had to give up space for everybody else. And if I'm close enough that you can read it, you'll see that front and center here is the Zenoscope area here. I've got bundles at the top here. I've got a lot of all the different issues coming out, different the weeklies or the monthlies like Grim Fairy Tales, and then the quarterlies or all the different specials. So Zenoscope front and center, as well as all the other publishers as well. So this is where all the single issues go. Clearly marked what are the new issues, and then moving on to the rest of the store, we've got I've invested a bit into the tradable card market. So I've got Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, a lot of trades here. That's just a part of the Marvel section here. But also in this section here, I've got bigger books, some of the omnibus books, as well as my own personal little banned or objectionable books section, where I make sure to have a few copies of different books that less open minds have chosen to try to ban. And I just fundamentally can't stand that kind of stuff. Some Zenoscope stuff that you saw before, the statues, I've got some of those mugs, the anniversary cups, but also things like Witcher, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Predator, that sort of thing. One section I'm really proud of is this Kickstarter and self-published section. I've been doing Kickstarter for many years, much to my wife's chagrin. But what I've started doing is giving some shelf space to these really small publishers and self-published stuff from Kickstarter, and I have been getting some fair amount of people looking at these things, which is great because I love to give them some attention. I got some Funko Pops and things like that, and if you were really watching, you saw the little Zenjamins there on the shelf. So once again, some more Zen coverage there, more Funko Pops, and I actually have hidden behind there a little video arcade that some of the people come in and play. Got more statues and things, more trades. I've got a huge pile of 11 by 17s that I picked up during my years of buying things from like Zenoscope or at the cons and things, and I've put them out for sale. A lot of people just look at them, which is fine with me because I think there's some beautiful artwork in there. I've got a few board games and card games and things like that. not a lot, but just a little bit for people to pick up. And there's been a few custom orders. In the back here, I've got this whole area is dedicated to collectible covers or CGCs, and you might have noticed the ones on the walls up along the ceiling throughout the store as well. But here again, a whole row of Zenescope covers. Right now, I'm featuring a couple of the connecting covers that have come out in the recent months, and I rotate those through as well. And here's the Zenescope trades and things like that. The Van Helsing box set, a lot of these beautiful hardcover Tales of Terror, and I thought I had a lot of the Zenescope trade paperbacks, but then Jason sent me the complete list, and I realized I have maybe a quarter of them. So I'll be working on expanding that. And then there's one last thing I wanted to show you. Normally I wouldn't show you my office because it's usually not very nice, but you may recognize this. The 3-cover that EBAS did. I think it was themed around Ghostbusters, and you all had made a big metal picture out of them, but for some convention or something, but then you didn't get it in time and you put it up for sale, and I managed to nab it. So I wanted you to see that it had a nice home there.
That's great. Yeah, I've never actually seen that before myself.
So that's the store. I hope you enjoyed the quick tour.
Oh yeah, well, Mike, you for not having been around like that long, like there have been like decades old, comic book stores, but for you, I mean, you got a fantastic variety. And if you look at some of these comments, a lot of people are agreeing that, and the Kickstarter section and the independent section are both phenomenal. I mean, everything's phenomenal, but it's super cool to see like special attention to that.
And I don't mean to bash DC and Marvel, but they already have enough. They get enough press and enough shelf space anyway. So as one of the first things I did was make sure that there was a lot of representation for the other publishers out
Thanks,
there.
man. Well, we definitely appreciate that. I mean, I appreciate it as a Zenescope, employee myself, but as just like a general comic book fan that frequents shops, I really like being able to look and see like the local artists, local writers, or even just, smaller, but I wouldn't normally say.
Yeah, and just a quick, I won't get into depth here, but just a quick thing here, for instance, on this shelf, yeah, there we go. In this shelf here, I have local artists, featured as well. I got a few books here from a gentleman in Boston Spa that is doing some comics. That's a town just next to us. And there was something else. I can't remember now. But anyway, the point is that I know what I was going to say. Along with showing a lot of independence is variant covers. I tend to pick up at least one or two of any variant cover just so people can see and have a choice in terms of all that beautiful artwork out there. So that goes not just for Zenescope, who does some beautiful covers, but also a lot of the other independents and even the mainstream stuff. There's some beautiful artwork out there, as well as the stories, of course. But I like the variants. I'm a sucker for that.
All right. Well, Mike, thank you so much for giving us a tour of your shop, and thank you for answering our questions. For anybody out in the Saratoga Springs area or anybody nearby who wants to go for a little bit of a field trip, check out Mike and Cosmic Capes Comics. So, Mike, we're going to let you go now. Again, thank you very much, and hopefully we can make you some money here.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. We'll see you later. Thank you. All right, so that was Mike of Cosmic Cape Comics. I hope everybody enjoyed the store. I know I loved seeing it. I love seeing those independent sections. I love seeing the, artists, local stuff. I think that's all fantastic. So thank you for Mike for being a VIP. Thank you, Mike, for hanging out with us this afternoon. And now to the part that everybody is waiting for. You're going to head over to Jason in the studio. And remember, any purchases that you make during tonight's stream, half of the proceeds will be going to Mike himself. So, Jason, if you are ready, we will pass it on over to you. Hello.
There.
Oh. All right, give that a shot there.
Hello.
Yeah.
Not yet, says James Davis. Nope. Still getting a nope.
I got you.
You got me on there?
Yeah.
Yes, no?
Yeah.
All right, thank goodness. All right. So let's forgo the bragging about the Eagles, all right? Since since that didn't work out too well. First off, I want to say a huge thank you to Michael for doing that. Michael's VIP with us. As you can see, he has a lot of our books in his store. He buys from us directly, buys from Diamond too, as well as our distributor. Obviously pushes us, obviously reads us, collects us too as well. He is an absolutely fantastic shop up there in New York. I know he's only been doing it for X amount of months, but it's been an absolute pleasure dealing with Michael. I don't know if he mentioned how many months he's been doing it with the shop, but I think it's less than like 6-9 months that he's been operating up there. Some absolutely fantastic. So again, just a newer VIP, newer fantastic shop is Michael's shop, Cosmic Comics. If you guys get a chance to, Cosmic Capes Comics. If you guys get a chance to, please go ahead and visit the store. All right, so the one book that I did want to start with is actually book one, Casey, if you want to throw that banner up. So I got a book that was given to me in DC, and it's $100. You're going to see why it's $100 in a moment. It's a litany of why the Dallas Cowboys suck. So it goes chapter and verse, like chapter by chapter, like literally why Dallas sucks. See, I'm not the only person that thinks this. Apparently someone was smart enough, kind enough to write a book. So let's go to chapter one, or actually, I'm sorry, there's a prologue, which is the history, okay? And it goes, Cowboys suck, Cowboys suck, Cowboys suck. All right? So there it is right there. So that's just a prologue. So once we get past the prologue, we can move on to chapter one, which is, of course, the Cowboys suck. So, and then once we're in chapter one, once we're in chapter one, of course, you got to get eventually to chapter two, but you have to read all of these Cowboys sucks to really find out, do the Cowboys still suck? And you find out in chapter two, yes, they do still suck. And it's unbelievable because it's like literally about 4 or 5 chapters, you know, more so than other teams. Are you sure? Yes, we're freaking sure. Yes, Gary, they suck. In fact, exactly. Can we double up? Always, you know, always happens to be one of the chapters. I mean, just some absolutely genius. I feel like George R.R. Martin and this person sat down, still, yes, 26 years later, they still suck. So for $100, if you want to put book one into the notes, I'm going to find a way to get this book to you. But we're not publishing this book, but we will find a way to get it to you. All right. And if you want to double up, yes, you certainly may, Stephen. I want to thank you for that. Stephen, I'm going to throw you a free variant on top of your $200 order. All right. So in all seriousness, let's get to some good fairy tales. Let's get to what you guys wanted to hear about. So we're doing new release one. So new release one is going to be the Grim Fairy Tales swimsuit issue. You can pick covers A, B, C, or D. They can be signed by Joe and Dave. So it's going to go on your screen. I'm assuming it's going to be left to right. So cover A would be right there on your far left-hand side. And that is, excuse me, that is Alfredo Reyes. And then Igor Vitorino will be cover B. John Royal is that absolutely slamming cover C. And then beyond slamming is Durla Santa Cruz, which is cover D. So again, Alfredo Reyes, then Igor Vitorino would be the B. The C would be John Royal. John Royal has just been absolutely crushing covers for us. I don't even know how else to put it, but just absolutely phenomenal covers. And then Durla Santa Cruz also knocking it out the box. So again, if you want to have these covers signed too as well, please indicate you'd like to have them signed by Joe and Ralph. The story is about a 5-6 page story, which is really kind of cool. I want to show this too. I don't know if I want to give it away, the story that's on the inside, but it actually has a girl kind of floating on the ocean, comes upon some drug dealers or whatever. And they're like, hey, we might as well grab this girl because she's got like a lot of bling, a lot of jewelry on, that kind of thing. And it turns out, be careful who you grab in the ocean. Be careful who you rescue. Be careful who you want to steal from, because it turns out she is a sea serpent, and she is absolutely badass. All right, dude. So again, it's just got a real short story in there. A phenomenal phenomenal write by Dave Franchini there. Obviously coming from Joe, Ralph, and Dave. So again, our Grim Fairy Tales, again, this is more just the cover art. So if you want to pull that down, Case, I want to show some of the covers that are on the inside of this. So first of all, the book itself is $5.99. You're going to get some absolutely fantastic just swimsuit cover art in here with covers by like Dawn McTague. You're going to get covers by like Mike Crome. You're going to get Marissa Pope, who's a young lady that does a lot of interior covers for us too. We've done Ryan Kincaid on interior covers before. Here's a little Mike Crome right there that I mentioned. There's the Mike Crome right there. There's Alfredo Reyes right there. Here's a little Leo Matos. And then Eduardo Garcia. All right. So again, you're getting just a phenomenal cover. Vin El Tabanis, I'm absolutely digging. All right. So again, you're getting all these covers on the interiors as well as the phenomenal cover that you pick. Or you could be like Antonio and pick literally all four, A, B, C, and D. And again, each one is $5.99. Keep in mind, half of the proceeds going to support Michael, who is a VIP of ours. He is a family of ours. He is family member. Here's here's a Keith Garvey that is actually a rare cover. I know that cover is actually sold out. That was a July 4th that we did a number of years back. That cover is on the inside of this book. So just absolutely phenomenal cover work on the interior. Here's another one that's gone sold out. Josh Burns, this bad boy right here. When I'm thinking snowman, I'm not necessarily thinking bikini, but she's rocking it out. She is. Here's another freaking phenomenal cover by Michael Dooney. Then a Renato Ray, big fan. So again, just some phenomenal cover art on the interior of this. Try and keep in mind, again, half of the proceeds. Here's another one that's sold out by Keith Garvey. Blam. That was from Wizard World Philly a number of years back that we did. That cover and the EBAS that we did at that same convention sold out. Gone. I think we did a topless of that too. And it was just absolutely banging. There's the Dawn McTague that I was talking about before. McTague. That one you can only get at a VIP event. So this is going to be a way to get some of these bad boys. Again, without being a VIP. So again, just a really cool story, but also any one of those four covers individually, and they're all $5.99. They'll be signed by Joe and Dave. So while Kiara is taking down some orders, I want to throw a huge shout out to Antonio, who came by the booth and obviously gave us some gifts. He gave me the Dallas Cowboys suck book. He couldn't find an Eagles suck book, and that's probably because the Eagles don't suck. But also hooked me up with some bling too as well. So a huge shout out to Antonio. I think he brought some antiques by for Amber too, like something from back in the early 90s, some antiques rings back for Amber or whatever. I think he brought her some of those too as well. So he was kind enough to do that. I have yet to post a picture that I got with Antonio and of course with Amber too as well. Got to throw a shout out to those Cowboys fans every once in a while. Also, Jeff Dean, who came by the booth. I'm going to be leaving out VIPs left and right because I can't remember everybody off the top of my head. I should have wrote them all down. But I don't know if anybody read my Facebook. I got a chance to catch up with Tori Quella, who's a really, really good friend of mine. And that was awesome. Really, really awesome time. So it looks like you're ready to rock.
Yep.
All right, so let's move on then. So let's go to Zodiac. So the Zodiac in here I actually really dig. So this actually kind of pits Zodiac against Black Knight when they're actually two of our good characters. So again, the book is also $5.99. It's NR2. I should have specified that the first book was NR1. Sorry about that. So the first book was NR1. This one book would be new release 2. It's NR2. This is a grim spotlight, or our way of spotlighting one of our featured characters, which is Zodiac. Okay. Zodiac's kind of got like, he's got like this super suit that literally heals him no matter what you do to him. He's absolutely badass. He also kind of flies. I would say he's pretty much the closest thing we have to a superhero type of character. So if you like that kind of character, you know, a lot of ladies out there complaining we don't put guys on the cover. Bam, there's Zodiac, dude. And it's like, that's not a 6-pack. That's like a 15-pack he's got going on there. It's like, that's like a 12 and an 18. He's got a 24-pack going on there, Zodiac. So again, pits him against Black Knight, who is actually one of our good characters. Turns out there's a young lady who's messing with his mind, trying to turn him against the Black Knight. They do wind up teaming up. Not going to say exactly what happens in the book, but they wind up getting pit against this young lady or whatever, who's a mind controller. And then also Zodiac runs into former family too, which is kind of dark, kind of twisted. But then also too, just an absolutely phenomenal write by Joe. Keep in mind, cover A is Igor Vitorino yet again. Then we got Riviero on cover B, which is probably my favorite. I love that cover. It's absolutely slamming. John Royal. You can't go wrong with John Royal. If you guys just went John Royal C across the board, NR1C, NR2C, can't fault you there whatsoever because John Royal is just absolutely banging. Vin Eltabanis, who's one of my favorites that we've been doing more and more stuff with, is the cover D that you see there too as well. So again, any one of these are all $5.99. Please specify whether you want to have it signed or unsigned. Again, these would be signed by Joe and Dave too as well. Joe did the writing on this bad boy, and Dave helped out with the story. All right. As does Ralph. Unfortunately, we can't get Ralph to sign books each and every time, but obviously whenever we have Ralph in-house, we always, I always make sure I cover a lot of stuff by Ralph, so that way we can get stuff signed immediately for you guys during that. So again, just a huge shout out to everybody that stopped by the booth in AwesomeCon. We had a lot of readers, a lot of new readers buying from us in DC. That was actually my first time ever being in the Capitol. First time ever being down in DC. We had an absolutely fantastic time. Really awesome bars, awesome restaurants. We were able to catch up with Jeff from Hot Flips and Josh, his partner too as well. We're down there as well. We were kind of celebrating Amber's birthday. So happy birthday to Amber. Huge shout out to Amber.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. You say it's your birthday. All right. So happy birthday to Amber. And a huge shout out to everybody that stopped by the booth down there. That was awesome. Catherine and Andrew stopped by the booth too as well. Shout out to them too as well for coming down. I think Kat and Andrew just literally just made a beeline to our booth and then didn't go anywhere else. They are awesome. We were also doing the show with Jason Metcalf. Got a chance to catch up with Jason. Jason and his beautiful wife actually live out in Seattle. They are Jason is just another absolutely phenomenal cover artist of ours. Got a chance to hang out with him for a while. And then Mustafa Musa was down there too as well, doing some signing for us too as well. All right, so let's get to the graphic novels. So I want to get to one that I have not covered before, which is Oz Heart of Magic. Oz Heart of Magic is written by Terry Cavanaugh. So many of you may be familiar with Terry Cavanaugh. Terry Cavanaugh's done a bunch of stuff for Marvel. He's done Iron Man. He's done breakoffs from Iron Man too as well. We were fortunate enough to grab Terry, to grab Oz Heart of Magic. He's done a few others too as well. So keep in mind, the book is $19.99. The book is, I'll give you a little general background on the book. I don't want to give too much away or whatever, but this is basically Dorothy being turned into this blue character that you see. Actually, you know what? I'll show her on the back. It's this side. I'm sorry. There you go. So she gets changed into this blue version of herself, almost because the wizard basically assumes her ID or assumes her identity. I'm sorry. looking to take over Oz, looking to rule Oz for himself. Takes on Bartleby as his right-hand man, starts to make changes. Obviously, he's doing this for all for evil purposes. This kind of puts Dorothy on a quest to recapture her throne. So she's still got Thorn with her, who's our version of the Cowardly Lion. Not quite so cowardly at all. But again, this is Oz Heart of Magic. If you're interested in this, it's $19.99. Please specify whether you want to have it signed by Joe and Dave. If you don't want to have it signed, you certainly don't have to. But again, Oz Heart of Magic, kind of where our story picks up from. If you read the original trilogy, which is Oz, and then Oz, Reign of the Witch Queen, and Warlord of Oz too as well. All right, there you go. So again, that's Oz Heart of Magic. And again, if you're interested in that bad boy, it is just $19.99. All right. So the next book I'm going to cover, I actually got the idea that I could sign it from Casey. So I got to throw a shout out to Casey in this regard. We've actually covered Unbound before. Okay. I noticed the banner there. That's yeah, funny, Casey. So I'm going to show you in a minute. So the girls were messing with me pretty hardcore. Noah was not. Thank goodness for Noah. But Amber, both Amber and Casey came up with the idea. So again, shout out to Casey.
I have pictures.
So there's me signing this character. First of all, this character looks absolutely nothing like me. All right, so I'm going to show the character. All right, apparently this is me. Oh, there it is right there. There's my signature. All right. If you want to bop it down, I'll show the actual one. All right. So again, if you want to have me sign this character that looks absolutely nothing like me, I certainly will. He's got a really large belly. I got a nice belly. All right. I like my belly. All right. He's also got not a lot of hair on his head, which I guess you know what, the hair is actually a little bit better than I thought it was. He also happens to be missing his arms. I think he's a cyber pimp. All right, I'm a little confused as to what he's actually doing in the book. I know basically the evil character that's in this book or whatever that kind of goes haywire, that's killing off the kids that are in this book. So if you want to have me sign it, I certainly will sign it. Keep in mind, Unbound is $19.99. It's written by the great Ralph Tedesco, who seems to kill me in all of his books. Ha ha, Ralph, funny guy. All right. And this was spurred on by Casey. Ha ha, Casey. All right. Again, I'll sign the book. I will sign on the belly, so please specify whether you'd like to have it signed or unsigned. All right. So again, Unbound is for a lot of our gamer guys and gals out there. And the reason I'm saying that is it's basically one of the evil characters in Unbound. Kind of goes haywire, looking to kill off some of the kids in the game, doing his job. But when they die in the game, they die in real life. I'm not going to say what happens and how they stop them, or if they stop them at all. But it has like a Blade Runner feel to it. It's got a Ready Player One kind of feel to it too as well. Just absolutely badass is Unbound. I absolutely love Ralph's writing style, regardless of how many times he kills me off or not. But I'm a big fan of Unbound. It is one of his newer books. Definitely one of my favorites. All right, so go ahead and put that into the notes, and it shall be yours if you're interested. And again, I'll sign it for free. All right, for free. Antonio, if you get it, I'm gonna put a big eagle on there. All right, dude. Fly, Eagles, fly, fly. What? Shazam! All right. So those are the two graphic novels. Those are the two new releases that we did. We also covered a Dallas Sucks book. We covered Why Dallas Sucks. Which everybody knows they do. Apparently, Stephen Ponsler is going to go for a double up on that. Stephen, I got you covered for that, my friend. All right, so please don't put book number 1 to the notes as we get to the variants. That's what we're about to do right now. Antonio already has the book. The other things too, Antonio brought his kids by. So I literally think Antonio and I literally mirror images of each other, other than the fact that he's a Cowboys fan and I need to convert him. He brought his 2 sons by and his daughter. And I think his sons are like 15 and 13 or something like that. And his daughter's a little bit younger. My boys are 17 and 15. And then my daughter's a little bit older. She's 11. But really kind of Antonio to stop by the booth, obviously to give us some gifts. And then also to just to be able to meet his family. Just a really cool situation. Antonio, eventually when you move to Philly for being in the military, we're going to convert you, sir. All right. We're going to convert you with cheesesteaks and tasty cakes. All right, brother. Cheesesteaks, tasty cakes, and pretzels. All right. Let's rock it out, dude. Are you ready? All right. You want to put it up there? So the first book is going to be awesome. Awesome sauce. All right. If you want to put awesome sauce, that works too as well. The first book is $10. All right. The book itself on the interior is Grim Spotlight Zodiac, which I actually covered a little bit earlier. So it's a cover by Ian McDonald. This is our bronze level. We're going to do 20 of these bad boys. All right. If you want to put awesome sauce, that works. Awesome works. Awesome please works as well. Again, we're looking to do 20 of these. Again, half of the proceeds going to my main man, Michael. Michael, I think I just pulled some of these books for you today, dude. I got some of these coming down to you. So again, just put awesome in the notes. Awesome as in awesome con, as in awesome sauce, as in phenomenal Ian McDonald cover. So this is a 500 print run. This is a perfect readable as well as a collectible. It is a standalone story, okay, where you are getting some of our best writing. Again, it's going to feature Zodiac. It's going to feature Black Knight, just like I talked about earlier. And then also this girl's kind of name is escaping my mind that messes with their minds and so forth, that messes with, I should say. Also, we saw John Hazel down there. John, glad you're joining us in the stream too as well. John was kind enough to drive down. I think he drives down from Jersey or Ohio, one or the other. John was kind enough to drive down and see us too at Awesome Con. Thanks so much for doing so. Put into the notes just awesome, and that'll get the book for you. And that is our $10 version. It is a 500 print run. One of the reasons why it's actually $10 is it's 500 print run. There's only 500 made of this book. So that's why it's a little bit more expensive than our $5.99, $7.99 books. And it's also what we would call an exclusive or a collectible. It is our bronze level collectible. So if your name doesn't appear on the list that we'll send you in a moment to show you, James, if you lost sound, I would say try refreshing because it seems like everybody else is rocking and they're good. Try refreshing your screen, James, and do that for me. And we'll go ahead and pause for you a little bit, wait for you to get back in and see if you can rock it out with us on the next book. All right, so I'm going to give Kiera a little bit of time to go ahead and write these down. So what I was trying to hint at is if you don't see your name on the list of the 20 people that get the book, try and realize we're trying to keep this to about 20 because a lot of these books go to the stores that are on our Diamond Retailer program. They are the ones that are selling our regular issues, and they're getting these incentives, these Diamond incentives, these books that we're selling now. They don't readily appear on our web store, and there's a reason for that. It's because we want to hold them back for the shops that are on this program. All right, so it looks like we're ready to rock. Kiera's ready to go. So we're going to go with Washington, all right, as in Washington, D.C., all right? And we're doing 20 of these bad boys. So first of all, this is the first time we are using a cover with, I'm going to mispronounce the hell out of this last name. So I'm going Pierluigi Abbondanza. You know what? I think that's close. I got to feel it's not bad. I think the Z is like an S in Italian. It's almost like an S. Like it's Pierluigi Abbondanza. Anyway, I'm completely in love with this man's last name. It's just phenomenal. All right. So first of all, for a first cover, what? Wow. Okay. Like holy guacamole. This is a holy guacamole. All right. This might be my favorite cover that we've done so far this year. All right. This is a holy guacamole right here. So put Washington in the notes. It's going to be $20. The book itself is a $2.99 print run. There's only $299 copies made of this. This is what we like to call a collectible. It is an exclusive. It is one of these Diamond Retailer collectibles or Diamond Retailer incentives. This is the silver level. And again, Pierluigi. I'm sorry. I just try to call the man spit. Pierluigi. Sorry about that. Pierluigi Abbondanza. All right. And that is our June, again, Diamond Retailer silver level. All right. Just absolutely banging. Just phenomenal cover. And again, the book on the inside is the same book. It's that Grim Spotlight. Casey's got it right there in the banner for you. It's that Grim Spotlight on Zodiac. And it happens to be a book, one of the books that we are talking about. So this is a perfect, if you've never read us before and you like the cover that much, which probably I do because I love it. I don't know if you don't, I don't know what you're thinking. But again, just a perfect readable as well as collectible too as well. So it looks like Kiera is still going, so I'm going to give her a little bit of time. So an intern asked me a question as Ian McDonald was going up. Someone almost failed their review. I don't know what that means.
He's saying that the intern distracted Neil.
Oh.
So he couldn't get the book because he didn't type.
Oh no, Neil. Neil.
Pesky interns.
Neil, you always got to be careful with your interns. Hopefully you get a hashtag trademark intern that turns into Casey, who does a really good job with our stickers. Actually, we're gonna get a chance to see some of those stickers. Did you sticker up the Z-rateds?
I did for the starter pack.
All right. You didn't do anything on the. So you're doing an oopsie, is what you're telling me?
No,
You got an oopsie coming?
No, no oopsies.
There's no oopsie coming.
No oopsies.
I just got these guys excited. They were all ready for some excited.
It's okay. It's not my best work.
Okay. It's not your best work, but you're feeling good about it. All right. So I think we're ready to rock and roll. Let's do it. Kiara's give me the thumbs up. Let's go to the third book. It is Sunbitch. Sunbitch. So Sunbitch is an absolutely phenomenal sandwich shop that we stopped at. Noah picked this bad boy out, and I got some sort of freaking chorizo and something that was just banging. All right, absolutely loved it. Sunbitch. All right, so we're doing Sunbitch for $40. This is the $1.99 print run, and this is again Pierluigi. It's almost like Waluigi. Makes me want to say Waluigi from what's that? Mario Go-Kart or something like that. Mario Kart. Waluigi Abundanza. All right. So again, $40 for this bad boy, which makes this an absolute steal. I'll put my career on it. This thing's going to be going for $80, $100 on eBay tomorrow. All right, tomorrow, maybe tonight. Actually, some of these bad boys are going to be grabbing one of these Sunbitches. And again, we're only doing 10 of these bad boys. All right, just absolutely banging by Pierluigi. Just an absolutely fantastic book. And again, it is Abundanza. And again, it's that Grim Spotlighted Zodiac. This one happens to be cover G. All right, so you're seeing who got Washington right there, okay? And you also saw who got Awesome before that too as well. So try and keep in mind, if you don't see your name on that list, that you probably just missed out or just missed it or something like that. Hang in there. There's always a chance that Joe will put these up in like a flash sale, maybe attach them to some hardcovers or something like that. There's always a chance you'll see these later, or you can go and support your local comic shops or whatever who are on this Diamond program. If you're not sure as to who's on the Diamond program, shoot me an email. All right, dude. And I'll see if I can direct you to the right place to go. All right. There you go. Antonio's talking about it. Oh, what do you got?
We're good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So that is Sunbitch. All right. So we're sold out on that. You'll see the 10 names on that bad boy. All right. So let's go to the last one. The last one was our favorite bar. When we were down in DC, we happened to hit it a couple of nights in a row. We actually saw Chris, one of the bartenders, come by the booth, stop by on Sunday with his family. I believe he had a newborn son, was literally like 7 weeks old, brought over his wife and his newborn son. Tall boy, all right? Tall boy. Is it Tall Boys? Tall Boys? All right, let's go Tall Boys.
See, yours is better.
So, get yours down. Get it down. All right, Jay's taking the crown. All right. So, ba-bam. Let me see if I can hold this still. Let me see if I can tilt it so it doesn't have a glare. Ba-bam. All right. This is our platinum level. It is $75. We are only doing 5 of these bad boys. Sorry about that, kids. All right. So, Tall Boys. Just put Tall Boys into the notes. I'm seeing a lot of people trying to grab Tall Boys. Hang in there, dude. I got a feeling not everybody's getting Tall Boys. Eric was kind enough to see us in Phoenix. His wife was taking pictures of us. We grabbed Eric. We threw him in the booth with us. Eric, thanks so much for jumping out with us in Phoenix, man. That was awesome meeting you and your family there. Thank you so much for stopping by the booth. All right, so that is the 5, and we'll put up the names on those 5. All right, so if you weren't able to grab that last bad boy, we at least got it in a print. And I got a feeling I'm going to take this one too, Case. I'm not going to lie to you. All right. I did a Z,
Yep.
a Z, and a Z. All right. If you can't tell what that is right there, that's an ampersand, and it's a very poor ampersand, but it is Z and a Z. All right. All right. So I went Z and a Z. And again, this bikini is adequate. How do you wear something like that? Holy guacamole. I'm a big fan. All right. Again, Pierluigi, this is print number 1. We only have 1 print. Try and keep in mind there's only 25 made of this print. It's also got the absolutely banging Cosmic Capes logo, Michael's store logo right here. Michael, if you're still in the stream, I'm going to be wholesaling some of these to you, so that way you can grab some of these prints for your store. Michael, I know exactly, dude. We picked out an absolute winner for you, sir. It looks absolutely fantastic with your logo on there, dude. I mean, just absolutely banging logo that you got for your store. Big fan, big fan. And then Pierre Luigi, all right, Abbondanza, Pierre Luigi Abbondanza. There's like a commercial or something like that. It's the freaking sauce. Oh man, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be beating me up. All right, I drop it. I'm never gonna figure it out without my phone. All right. So again, this is print number 1. Put print number 1 into the notes, and it shall be yours. Again, it has the absolute banging logo. Has the store logo right there. Michael's store. Again, huge shout out to Michael. Michael, thanks so much for doing that with us today. So we are on the last item, which has been renamed officially. It used to be the special pack. It used to be the something pack. What is it now? Case, what are we doing here?
Starter pack.
It's the starter pack. So we're doing the starter pack. It is that trio right there. All right. Case did a phenomenal job on these, so I'm gonna leave it up. Well, you know what? I'm gonna put up mine later, and then we'll see what's what. But keep in mind, this is the January, February, March catch 'em. All right, the Pokey Plays, all the Z-rateds for $250. So when these books came out, they were $100 a piece. You're now getting all 3 for $250. So you're basically getting a $50 discount on all 3 of these phenomenal ladies. All covers by Sun Kumanaki. Steven, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, it is. So Rudy, if you want that pack, please let us know and say that you want the pack. Or if Rudy, if you want the print, because I'm seeing you saying yes, please, and I'm not sure if you're answering somebody else's question or something or another like that. But let us know if you've never bought something from us before. We need to know based on the code. So this would be starter pack. The print preceding this would have been print number 1. Okay. And also if you were interested in Awesome or Washington, Sunbitch, and Tallboy, I think they actually all sold out. So you could have either got graphic novel 1, graphic novel 2, new release 1, new release 2, that kind of thing. So let us know if what you're looking for there. All right, so let me see if I got you. Let me see if I can hang with you, Case. All right, so get your off of there. All right, so these are mine. All right, it is Z. So I basically took Z-rated and did one single letter for each one of these ladies who are looking just fantastic. So if you can read it from right to left, it is Z-R-A-T-E-E-D. All right, so there you go. Z-R-A-T-E-D. All right, Z-rated.
Pretty good.
You like that one? I got some inner, I got some upper, I got some under, I got some tweener, outer. I got all kinds of stuff going on. So again, if you're interested in this, it's starter pack. It's $250. That's all right, Case. You came up with starter pack, which I'm digging. All right. And I want to throw a huge shout out again to Michael. Thanks so much, Michael, for doing this with us. Huge shout out to Noah for doing the interview with him. Did an absolutely fantastic job on the timing. Huge thank you to Casey for doing the banners. Huge thank you to Kiara for joining us in the stream. It's a rare occasion we get Kiara in here. I think you actually did the last store stream we did last month. So awesome there. You didn't bring your boy with you, though, dude.
No, we didn't. He's watching.
He is watching right now? All right, so shout out to him. All right, shout out to the little man. Also, Kiara's husband was kind enough to stop in. Michael, thank you, man. Thanks so much for doing this. If you are a local comic shop and you're watching us right now, and you want to contact me, please throw my email in there. It's jcandilas@Zenescope. If you're interested in doing one of these streams with us, so basically half of the proceeds of everything that we sold today is going to go to Cosmic Cape Comics, which is Michael up in New York. His shop is in upstate New York. Shoot me an email and let me know. Antonio, I can't thank you enough for coming. I think I hugged Antonio like 4 or 5 times. When he came to the booth. Antonio, I just want you to know I'm not a weird dude. All right, dude, I'm just kind of an affectionate kind of guy. It's got to be the Italian and Greek in me. But again, thanks so much for the book. Thanks so much for the gifts. Amber says thank you too, I'm sure, as well. So I think we got a couple of announcements, which would be we're doing coffee with Casey and Noah on Mondays now. We're back to Mondays.
Back to
All right, so we're back to Mondays at 1 o'clock. We're doing coffee with Casey and Noah. We are also going to have a movie night. Do we know the date on the movie night this month?
Don't have it right available now.
I know I can look in the back of the book and see if I can find it. So it looks like we got about 5 minutes before we get out of here. So we got plenty of time to make some announcements. All right, so let's take a look at movie night and see if we can find this bad boy. So I know our next convention, our next live convention, I should say, is going to be in San Diego. A lot of the books are showing you that it is that we would be in Denver. But we're not going to be able to make Denver, unfortunately. It's just kind of timing issues, that kind of thing. So I know there it is. Our movie night is. Did we announce it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's in the books. So it's The Crow, dude. All right. First of all, The Crow, easily one of my favorite movies. Absolutely phenomenal movie. We're doing The Crow on June 29th, which is going to be, actually, Ralph, I got June 29th. You got June 27th? Can you confirm that for me? Because I got June 29th in the book. June 29th, it says in the book, which is 6/29. So if you can confirm that for me, just to double check me.
I got June.
Ralph's got June
5th.
27th. You got June 5th?
I got June
25th? Boy, we're all over the place, dude. I got June 29th in the book. Ralph's throwing up June 27th. It is June 29th. Ralph just confirmed it. All right, so it's June 29th, which I believe is a Friday, I think, right? All right, so that'll be The Crow. So make sure you guys stay tuned for Ralph, the whole gang. Casey, Noah do all the movie nights. It's Crystal, it's Marilyn, it's, what is his name? I love him. Brian did it from the airport last time, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I was cracking the heck up. I couldn't stop laughing at Brian in the airport. Did you have anything you want to jump on with, Noah? You want to make an announcement on? We still got a few minutes.
East Coast VIP events.
Oh,
Tickets are not yet available. However, you will all be notified when the tickets are available to purchase. As of now, the functioning dates for you to reserve on your calendar, I believe, are September 23rd and September 24th. That is going to be a Friday and a Saturday in September.
Oh, that's right, Dallas Fan Expo.
Yes, Dallas Fan Expo. Our convention schedule has changed slightly, but if you want to see Ralph Tedesco, co-founder of Zenescope and writer of such fantastic graphic novels as The Courier, Unbound, something else.
All kinds of good stuff.
All kinds of good stuff.
I do want to say something about what Ralph's going to have at the booth.
Yes.
So I threw some extra books in with Ralph's white box. I'm not going to say what they are, Kickstarters. I'm not going to say VIP event books. So I'm going to tell you right now, there are going to be some ultra rare books in the white box that I threw up together for Ralph today. So please make sure you go see Ralph, because I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to find some absolute hidden gems in that white box. We don't take these books to every show, but I'm rocking it out for Ruff, because Ruff is going to be rocking it out in Dallas. We had a lot of people asking us to do Dallas, and bam, all of a sudden, we got the Ruff, and he's doing Dallas. Go ahead, sir.
Ruff!
We got the Ruff.
You got Ruff and you got Jeff from Hot Flip. So
Right.
if you want to buy a copy of something and then immediately put it into a Hot Flips hardback top loader,
You can put it into a Hot Flips.
you put it into a Hot
All right,
Flips.
it's booth 757. All right, booth 757 Hot Flips. You'll be able to see Jeff. You'll be able to see Ruff. You'll be able to get books signed. And make sure you check out the white box. I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be some absolute banging stuff there. We got some phenomenal cover artists going to that show. They're going on their own dime. They're not going with us. But like Ali Garza, Dawn McTeague's going to be going. There's some absolutely phenomenal. Greg Horn's going to be at that show. There's some phenomenal cover artists that have done covers. Chris Enott is going to be rocking. Dallas too as well. Eric, I hear you, dude. I do. I need to bring it to that. I'm gonna tell you right now, though. Eric, I'd be worried. I get accosted. All right. I'm gonna tell you right now. This white box is gonna be banging. So Antonio, if you want to go home and visit whoever family you got in Dallas, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is worth going. It's worth the trip just to go see what's going there. Actually, I think Antonio, you would have caught a lot of that stuff at the VIP event that we did in Vegas. But I'm bringing some stuff that is rare upon rare in the white box for Vegas, or it's gonna be for Dallas. Sorry.
No, I think that's pretty much it. But I do appreciate Ralph confirming that there will be a Courier Volume 3 coming out later this year.
Nice.
This is the first I've heard. And
Oh, there's a birthday bash, dude.
16 going on 17. Join Zenoscope for its 17th birthday bash, Wednesday, June 22nd and Thursday, June 23rd. There will be fun. There will be merriment. There will be us. Have a great time at that blast.
All right, so there's the birthday bash. We're doing it on Wednesday the 22nd, and then also June the 23rd. There are the times too as well there. So we want to try and accommodate you whether you're working during the day on Wednesday. If you're working during the day on Thursday, we're going to have some pretty cool guests for you there. And of course, it's our birthday bash. It's as Zenoscope celebrates its birth month, which was June, way back when, 2005.
Where were you on June of 2005?
I want to say I was much younger, so I want to say I was inebriated somewhere. All right.
I was graduating 8th grade.
Wow! Kara was graduating 8th grade.
I was 6 years old.
Casey was 6 years old.
I think I was down the shore. I'm going to say I was down the shore at a bar. That's going to be my best guess. Ooh,
Antonio
also
was
June
Okinawa.
5th, June 5th, dude. I was in, or 2005. I was down. We went down to Myrtle Beach for one of our Myrtle Beach golf somethings.
That was a pretty good. That was a pretty good guess. Then.
South Carolina. Yeah.
Inebriated by the ocean. That's not far off.
That's true. That's true. All right.
Don was
Don.
Hey,
Good work, good answer.
Don.
That might be the
Good
best
job,
answer.
Don.
All right, so we're going to cut it right there. We want to say a huge thank you to everybody that joined us to the stream. Again, a huge thank you to Michael for doing that as well. Thank you to my entire crew. Like I said before, we're going to rock it out. Mark, we'll catch you there, dude.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Later, Gators.
Bye.